Well folks, I thought I'd do a follow-up on my tiger nut trials, and here's some that I've harvested in two stages of maturation. And I've had some successes and some failures, and this bed was a failure. Now this is the one that I planted all the different varieties in. I didn't label them properly, so unfortunately I'm not too sure which is which. But the biggest problem with this is that the bed itself was just too dry. Tiger nuts tend to like it on the more moist side, or you'd probably have to keep them or give them a lot more water than they would get in this bed, because it's in my small polytunnel, and the topsoil basically dried out too much during the summer. And also add to that, I've this monstrous fig tree which is right here, and that basically sucks up any of the water that comes into this bed, or certainly its roots are spread across here. So probably not the most ideal location, but anyway, I've pulled a few of this variety here, and I have to say they are slightly larger than some of the standard ones that I've grown before. I think this one's called Jumbo, and yeah, they are a bit bigger, albeit they are pretty small, because tiger nuts are small in general. But I'll just show you some of these ones here. So these are ones that I've harvested yesterday and cleaned. They take a while to get clean, and I'll just taste this one for you. Now I've had these already, so they're quite nice. Now that one's quite a crunchy texture, kind of starchy, sweet flavour, not overly sweet, with a nutty kind of overtones, kind of milky texture as well, or milky flavour rather, which is fine. It's nice, not to write home about, but they do get a lot better when you leave them to dry out for a couple of weeks to a month or so. So here's one here that is dried up and shriveled up. I don't know if my camera can focus on this, and these tend to be a lot more sweeter. Yeah. Now the texture on that one is a lot softer, no crunch to it. It's more like the texture of maybe a nougat that you get in confectionery, and it's a lot sweeter, a lot more flavour as well. It has that milky tiger nut flavour, which is kind of hard to describe unless you've ever eaten a tiger nut or tried tiger nut milk. But very nice. I'd actually eat a lot of these once they're dried properly. But yeah, so what I'm going to do next year is I'm going to do another trial with some of these varieties. I'll take some of the bigger ones. I'll do a comparison as well here actually. So this is the one called Jumbo. That's the size of a Jumbo. Here's maybe a standard size here, so quite a bit of a difference in the two of those. It will be interesting to see what the Jumbo tastes like once they've dried adequately. But I intend to continue the experiment next year. I'm going to take some of these and grow them again, not in this location. I'll probably grow them in individual pots, because they actually do really well in pots. They're shallow rooted plants, and I'll try and keep them as moist as possible. They actually grow pretty well outdoors as well, and I will be harvesting some of mine from the outdoors. And I'll just pull this one up as well, just to show you what it's like on the bottom. So you can see them here around the base of the plant, just around the top of the roots. They can be quite hard to see because there's a lot of muck around them, and they can be quite hidden, so you do have to spend a bit of time going through them to get them out of there. And there's not a huge amount of yield off this one. Now granted, this bed is not the best location. I've had much better yields, excuse me, of some of my other plants planted in the ground. But anyway, that's my tiger nuts. I'll probably come back to that next year and go through individual varieties if they do actually much better next year. But there you go.